Hello, this is Grinstar, and well, I had recorded a video, but this is my second attempt. Apparently, I had it on the wrong driver, and none of my audio, desktop or microphone captured. Okay, anyway, that's my problem. Okay, so today I wanted to do something of a little bit faster BPM than I normally do. I'm going to try this at 142. Often when I do these, they sound kind of weird. They sound kind of I'm not really happy with them. I think I came up with something I'm happy with, and only because I grabbed some inspiration from something else. So I was listening to one of the songs came on, and it was like dooch dooch dooch, and you're like okay, and then all of a sudden it went into the music, and it started kind of dancey, and I started moving to it, and I'm like, what is making this song that way? So I started analyzing it, and I broke it apart, and these three muted tracks right here are actually it. And so I started layering stuff and doing things to try to emulate what I'm hearing on there. Not necessarily note for note. Maybe the rhythm of it and the beat of it, and it does sort of kind of merge into there, but realistically, not the same song by a long landslide. Of course, mixing and other types of effects are not present, and well as I use totally different sounds. Um, but overall, sort of the same kind of technique is in there. So the technique is basically what I'm going to explain. Um, so basically, this is your basic four on the floor song. Kind of high speed, kind of hype, but it's a bland beat, and it's like okay, you're kind of you might be kind of moving to it, but dime a dozen, right? Every techno song or whatnot has it. In fact, this doesn't necessarily make it a techno song, or dance song or something like that, right? And so normally you got to add something in. So let's start with the bass. Now this neuro bass is kind of cool. It's part of a pack, and let me spell it right here. Neural Reese right here. It's a part of the Essentials pack in Bitwig. I really love this browser. This is pretty cool. But at any rate, and it has very cool sounding, and that is not the bass. And that's because I got this on there. So let me mute everything again. So like I said, I recorded this and then all of a sudden I lost it, but kind of a cool bass to start off with. So I got my kick, I got my bass. Kind of cool. Still needs a lot of work, right? So I had this ARP in here. It was totally something else, and I was messing around with, to be brutally honest, I was messing around with sound design when it comes to like long sounds, and then breaking it up to make it sound um, repetitive using the shaper box here. You can do this with literally everything, and then I went one step further, added a transient control, put it to the bass line, and then every time the bass kicks, it lowers the sound, and this filter kicks in and stuff going. So it sounds like this in the beginning. And you kind of can hear when the bass kicks in because it'll drop the ARP down. And for the actual ARP sound, I'm using Chroma from the ARP 2600 preset, Arturia 2600. So kind of cool for the beginning. Um, okay, so pretty much, like I said, I started with the ARP and then I turned it off, and I was focusing down on trying to create my own kind of sound. And so I landed on something in the pigments with these 1/8 here to try to give a little bit of energy. and or trying to build more energy than normally what I do. Normally what I do is probably force or something. I don't know what the actual thing, but I think I got something here rhythmically that is kind of cool. And it's really cool, and it uses the it's really cool, by the way. Did I say it's cool? I think it's cool. Um, it misses a beat and then goes on, and misses a beat and goes on. And I can adjust these and have them on a like a syncopated type thing, but I kind of like it on here. Um, so realistically, when I added in the pigments, and with that, I'm using the default or the preset of the 7 oscillator chord rave sequence. Sounds actually really cool, especially when I'm doing with it. I did, however, change the effect to be, or the delay to be a bit more ping pong, because I like the basically ping ponging in my ears, left to right. Sounds really cool when it gets going. Added a bit of delay, added a bit of reverb, and then I added a ring modulator to give a kind of a fuzz-ish. Kind of cool. You can't really hear it, but added a bit more stuff on there. Yeah, the filter kind of kills it. But I put in the filter because basically when I was running this whole thing, it's if this shows up, it kind of everything kind of collides together. So it's kind of moving stuff out of the way to frequency-wise to kind of do it. And so I put the filter in there, and it kind of kills the ring mod. And then finally, I wanted to add a little because of the track above it. Kind of did something of this pattern, and then did something with a lower sound. So we got the Korg MS-20 again, Arturia. To give some grunge or dirt, or make it dirty. Sort of ravish, sort of happy hardcore. And if you got headphones on, you can really hear the pigments bouncing back and forth in your ear while this thing is going. All right, so I got all that, and I'm like, so the other thing introduces some strings or some element that goes over a couple of bars that's held down. It doesn't have the rhythm as everything else, so we would need to change up the rhythm. We need to add something, and I thought, the Prophet has some really good sounds that or what it's known for. So to make it easy for me, I wanted to focus more on what the chords I want to play: the C chord, the D, the C, D, E. Also, I kind of wanted to cheat a bit and made sure that I kind of used the chords that were in a EDM progression. So I went down here and went to 12, grabbed these, and then looked up the pop chord progression, which is hilarious. And I got the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 4. Please don't sue me. Mr. Ed Sheridan lawyers. Or wait, no, the Marvin Gaye lawyers. Either way. So I'm using a pop progression on it. It actually sounds relatively decent. Of course, it's muted. So let me unmute it. And let me get back in here. Scalar kind of helping out me trying to not burn my brains too much on trying to figure this stuff out. And also, I have a filter on here, and I got this timbre being modulated by the whole. This modulator is for the whole track. It's an LFO that kind of helps modulate everything in sync. So I got it modulating the timbre, and I got it modulating the filter. So it when I'm playing these long bars in here, there is some type of modulation so that it doesn't get just like and that's all you hear, right? So it like that throughout the thing, and I got it synced up to like half a bar or something. So let's go by half here. And to me, it still sounds kind of quirky, kind of goofy. It's not bad. It's in fact I like it. It's just a little quirky on the beat. Is it a standard EDM or techno track or whatever? Maybe it's still a bit quirky. Um, but I like it. I like it a lot. It's definitely my style for some strange reason. But either way, let me know what you think. You can. This is not a bad little start. I like it. It can use it like probably a half serious intro. So move it over like about 8 bars. Put an 8 bar, maybe 16 bar intro. Put in something a little slower, a little bit more airy or ethereal, whatnot, and then goes into this like hard. Um, or maybe something of a build up to get to this level and then bring it in. This is like a good A section, and then rearrange the thing, make it a really good B section. And you got about a 3 minute song. Overall, not too bad. I like it a lot. So there's probably a little bit more I can do, a little bit more finagling, maybe add an instrument or whatnot. Actually, I needed to put back in the ARP. Not bad, not too bad. Any rate, hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for your support of watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Without anybody watching my videos, I'd still be making them. It'd just be slowly. But any rate, I kid. I appreciate it, I really do. And I will see you later.